Welcome back to some more battles. We are in the Spring Cup again, and let's see what team we're going to be trying out. We're going to be using the Tropius paired with the Golisopod and the Lanturn in the back. So ABB water types. We're going to go into this Golisopod and face this Mawile. We do get a shield, which is very, very nice. This Aqua Tail would be able to chip away at this Mawile. And it looks like our opponent does go for the Power Up Punch, which is resisted. And that means that we can keep on firing off these moves. They do switch out into the Lapras, so that's a little bit unfortunate. But we did grab a shield. We have a call to make. Is this going to be the Ice Beam? Yes, it is. So we do show the correct move. And now we're going to be able to fire off this Leaf Blade. Leaf Blade does get shielded, and it looks like our opponent is looking to go for the Ice Beam again. We elect to shield that so that we can protect our Tropius. So far, it looks like we are going to have to switch out of here. We do catch something. This is going to be the player up, so huge damage by the Mawile. But now we still have to deal with... Ooh, Wish Cache is going to be interesting. We are going to have to get to probably 3 serves if we want to take it out with this Lanturn, but it looks like they are looking for the farm down. Another serve goes through, and they do get that farm down, unfortunately. So let's see if we can wiggle out of this situation. We're going to go into this Tropius and then go into this Golisopod, but our opponent snipes us at the literal last second. And now it just comes down to, is this Wish Cache running the Blizzard for the win? Oh, great play by them, being patient and basically sniping our Golisopod energy. So GG's to our opponent running the Wish Cache Blizzard. Okay, we got the Tropius versus the Lapras. This is going to be a kind of a neutral matchup depending on if they have Ice Beam or not. We fire off the Leaf Blade, and then we're going to try to catch something. So they did go for the Sparkling Aria, and we are going to be able to resist that. Interesting switch in here. They go into their Shadow Feraligatr. I guess this Feraligatr is just trying to farm up energy. It looks like we didn't want to let go of this energy because this potentially could get the last shield, or potentially just win this switch. But our opponent gets a little bit greedy. We get to another X-Scissor, and this X-Scissor will KO this Feraligatr. So that's a really unfortunate situation for our opponent, losing the switch and losing 2 shields to the Golisopod. So they did have double water, and most likely they had our Tropius was going to core break. All right, we're going to go into this Golisopod. We get met with the Flyer, and this is not a great situation. All the moves we have are resisted, so we're just going to have to just deal as much damage as we can. We know they're going to just farm us down at this point. We get them into the low yellow. Here comes another move. Is this going to be the Ice Beam? It is, and we're just going to hope that 2 Shield Lanturn is going to be able to win this game. And unfortunately, this is just straight up RPS, unable to get any advantage in any situation. Even if we had shielded the Ice Beam versus our Tropius, we're going to switch out anyways. And you can see the Spirit Thorn just walls the Lanturn. So down goes our team, and it's an okay switch, but unfortunately we just couldn't quite flip that. Okay, here we got the Mirror Tropius. This Tropius Mirror matchup is going to come down to who wants to shield, who's going to be able to win the CAP tie. Looks like we do win this CAP tie for once. We're going to shield here. Now that we know that we are going to be able to win the CAP tie, do they try to catch the move? They're also just waiting, and our opponent does catch a move. The Aerial Ace is going to be neutral, but we're still a little bit okay. Because regardless of what this Lapras throws, this Lanturn will be able to tank it. Our opponent does throw the Sparkling, and we are going to try to undercharge. We do get a little bit of an undercharge. We get 1 Spark. Not the worst. We know this Tropius has Leaf Blade and additional energy. We force out the second Leaf Blade, so now we know this Tropius is energy dry. We can just take a moment here to think about what they have in the back. We're going to go into the Tropius here looking for a little bit of extra energy. We fire off this Leaf Blade and it does take out the Tropius, and we have a similar team in the back. The only difference being they have Lapras and we had the Lanturn, so kind of a team comp, and we did get the CAP tie win versus the Mirror Tropius. And as you can see here, we're just firing off a bunch of X scissors. They shield there. They're looking for the... Okay, I thought they were going to farm down. They didn't want to go for the farm, but they're so low, we can just farm down with our Tropius, and down goes their team. So GG's to our opponent, able to win that game, basically because they were the first one to switch out. All right, let's see what we have next. We got the Tropius. And oh, by the way, if you are looking for an alternative to Tropius, I mean, not really a one-on-one trade, but Levany is an option, or Mantine. So this is an interesting matchup. Both of us are doing some heavy fast move damage. They're doing more because we're double weak to the ice. So we're just gonna take our medicine here and play this in the 1 shield. We at least get them to get a shield. We fire off another Leaf Blade and we grab 2 shields. Considering all things, we take that as a win, because there's just no way we were going to win this game without that little bit of shield advantage. We do use the shield right there correctly, and now it just comes down to the back line. We have double water versus their Wheezing revealed. They do try to catch the move, but unfortunately for them, we were a little bit patient, and now we have the absolute best matchup we need, considering all things. We are going to fire off this Thunderbolt. Do we undercharge here? No undercharge. We're going to take this out outright, and we're going to force this Wheezing to throw some energy. Good timing by our opponent. They have to go for Play Rough. Okay, Sludge is going to be barely not enough to take us out, and this chip damage here will take out the Wheezing. So GG's to our opponent. Check out the team if you haven't already, and let us know if you enjoyed the video.